And the news just keeps getting worse. A report has come to light that people are now dying in ICE custody. A Canadian citizen a few days ago died while in ICE custody. To be fair, he was being deported because he actually had broke the law. And had several felonies against him. But this does not excuse the fact that while he was in ICE custody, something happened that caused him to die. And they found him unresponsive. And after attempting to revive him and calling 911, he was pronounced dead at the scene. This will not be the last time that someone dies in ICE custody. I watched a clip of somebody who was being assaulted by agents presenting themselves as ICE. We don't know if they were agents of ICE at all. They just had police vests on and masked their faces up, and wearing the baklava things so that you couldn't see who they were. They refused to identify themselves. They had guns, they had pepper spray, they had police batons. Those things are all easy enough to purchase on Amazon. Another clip that I saw was taken from somebody's doorbell camera when they came to his home. And he told them that who they were looking for was not there. They went away. 5 minutes later, they come back and start harassing him again. Another clip that I saw. Also, somebody's security camera had seen this. They told this person that they were police and they wanted to ask him some questions. When they got him out of his door and out to the curb, they started piling up, beating him up and saying, no, I lied. I just want to rob you. They weren't even ICE agents. They weren't even police. They were just masked up and pretending so that they could get this person outside, beat him within an inch of his life, and take his money. MAGA, are you happy yet? Is this what you envision America becoming? It could be you next. It could be me, walking down the street on my cane, and masked men come up, start harassing me, slam me down on the ground and beat me up. Vulnerable. And vulnerable because of an assault back in 1993. That the amount of martial arts I knew saved my life, but didn't prevent me from having a spinal injury. by the barest of accident when my attacker managed to get the upper hand and slam my neck into a solid oak wood arm of a couch. Not padded, solid wood. And you could hear the crack in my neck. 4 vertebrae cracked. One so bad that you could lay your thumb up against it and the thumbnail would touch. Inside the spine. I could be the next person just walking down the street, going to my doctor's appointment this month. And these people proclaiming themselves to be agents of ICE. It's like they didn't like my looks. And they wanted to have a little fun. Is this what you voted for? Is this the kind of person you are? Who relishes the degradation and assault and mistreatment of other human beings while calling yourself a Christian? It's getting worse. Every day I see this Gestapo called ICE going beyond all the bounds of what is lawful for someone who is a person of law enforcement to do. And even when the Supreme Court has ruled against ICE on certain things, they're doing it anyway. They're taking their cues from Donald Trump, who, when the Supreme Court has ruled against him, has said, I will do this anyway. I don't care what you say. Because I've got the money and I've got the power and I am above the law. But if it was a Democratic president, you guys would be holding them accountable, telling them they couldn't do the same sort of things that you do. This is what comes of worshiping a personality. Making a human being into a god that is not in any way, shape, or form divine. This is what comes of listening to hate speech rhetoric, racism, misogyny, bigotry. And calling it godly. There's nothing godly about any of it. You say you hate the devil, but yet you do the work of the devil. You say you hate evil and want family values back, and yet you promote the destruction of family values. And a man who was an adulterer by all 3 of his wives, cheated on his first wife with his second wife, cheated on his second wife with his third wife, cheated on his third wife with a porn star. He's an adjudicated rapist. a 34-count felon, convicted. A man who says, I can point at somebody in a New York Central Park and have them killed, and nothing will be done about it because I'm so wealthy. This is who you worship. This is who you try to emulate. This is who you suck up to. A man who only cares about himself and no one else. Who is destroying the U.S. economy, is hell-bent on destroying the U.S. Constitution, who hates the United States of America so much that he would burn it to the ground rather than do one single thing that was good for this country and its citizens. It is so bad that all the other countries in the world have got a travel ban against us. People are not coming to this country like they used to. They're being warned, stay away. American citizens are being deported back to America because those countries don't want anything to do with us because of Trump. I hope you all have a very good day. The day you deserve, the day you voted for. Me? I'm just going to keep surviving. That's what I know best how to do. All the abuse, all the violence, all the threats, they mean nothing. Because I will continue to survive. But this is not what I voted for. And this is not the United States that I grew up in. This is Trumpland. And for everybody who voted for it, I can't even waste time being sorry for you. Even if you have regrets. Because you have to live in the here and the now. And you have to live with your own karma the way I have had to. Talk to you later.